Hello, today's April 18th. This is a recording from April 14th.
Hi, my name is Patrick. This call may or may not be recorded for quality assurance purposes. I need your help. I have a medicinal marijuana card, and I know, like with alcohol, when I used to be a bartender, if a person waits about an hour, hour and a half, that's safe for driving. What is the guidelines for people that have medicinal marijuana cards in regards to driving? Hold on, let me get a detective. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Excuse me.
Yeah, let me try and fast forward.
Have to do to ensure. I need your.
There we go. It's coming up.
Hello? Narcotic. Hi, sir. My name is Patrick Lever. This call may or may not be recorded for quality assurance purposes. I need your help. I have a medicinal marijuana card, but I don't want to abuse it. I used to be a nurse, so I'm familiar with the pros and the cons of it, but what do I have to do to ensure my safety? Is it safe to wait an hour after doing a medication before driving, like alcohol? Is it what? Safe to wait an hour after smoking to give it time to wear off? Everyone's tolerance is different. That depends on every individual and how much they smoke. So. Of course, yes, because if you smoke more, your tolerance is higher, so you're not as impaired. But what can I do to ensure my safety? My other question is, like, if you're at a party or something and you have a glass of wine, you want to take it home, you put it in your trunk. If I go to the dispensary, do I put it in my trunk to keep myself safe? Yeah, that would be fine. Okay. And then, like an hour, hour and a half is probably a good guesstimate. What was that? About an hour, hour and a half after smoking is a good guesstimate. I couldn't tell you, and I wouldn't tell you because everybody's different. Okay. So how do I stay within the bounds, the confines of the law? To me, if this is my personal opinion, if you were smoking, yes, I wouldn't drive. Of course, but the reason I smoke, I've had AIDS for 25 years. My body aches nonstop. I use it as a medicine. I'm telling you not to use, but I'm just saying, you know, it wouldn't be right to drive if you're impaired. Of course, yes. But my impaired. If you're driving and you're impaired and you're weaving, okay, okay. Cool. Thank you, sir. So if I'm driving okay, there's no craziness, and I had smoked 2 hours previously, that's not a reason for a violation? Sorry, I couldn't answer that. Okay, how are the citizens of the United States are supposed to know what the laws are when the police department can't give us accurate information, sir? Well, if you're driving and you're weaving, you're impaired, yes, and you're punched up, well, then that's an obvious one, yes, yes. But I'm saying for my own safety, I'm trying to use this stuff in a professional way as a medication. Do I wait 2 hours, 1 hour? People that take Narcotic and stuff like that, they shouldn't be driving. If they made doctors accountable, a lot of this drug addiction. Can I ask you a favor? When you have time on your off time, if you could just look at YouTube, Patrick 1678. The banks are stealing from society, allegedly. I cannot get anyone on board to co-sign what I'm trying to prove. And, you know, the laws are in place for a reason, to keep order. But when a citizen and a disabled veteran military person tries to find out what the laws are and they're not known by the police department, do you see the frustration that can build from our end when I'm trying to be responsible with this stuff? I mean, the response is just driving impaired. Okay. You're impaired, so you should drive. But what if I'm driving down the road and I've done nothing wrong, but I get pulled over because I have a Cadillac convertible in a bad neighborhood? I got pulled over. You're impaired, and you probably be arrested. But how do they know? The thing is, don't drive when you're impaired. who judges the impairment, though? If I say I'm fine and the guy does a test and I come up positive, the officer, right? The individual stopping you. But where are my rights in all of this? I'm asking up front, how do I do this safely without getting busted for being behind the wheel of a car with marijuana? The marijuana stays in your system for 30 days, sir. I'm not trying to be an annoyance to you. I'm just trying to get clarity. I'm just telling you, my opinion on that. If you feel that you're smoking and you're impaired, you shouldn't drive, period. But I don't feel like I'm impaired. But how do I... Alcohol is with anything else. But how do I protect myself from getting a ticket? Be responsible. Don't drive when you're smoking. All you would have to do is run a drinking. All you would have to do is run a drug test on me to see that there's marijuana in my system. It stores in your fat cells for up to 30 days. I'm well aware of how it works in the body, but you have not given me an answer of what's legal. Please. Well, unfortunately, right now there's no level. And I respect that. Thank you. While you're driving. Of course. Okay.
There are no laws currently, is what he said.
And I don't make the law. No, I know. I just enforce them. Of course. Right now, there's no actual laws for impairment on marijuana. It's just going to be on you. Of course. I understand. How you present yourself at that given time. And I'm not trying to put you in a...
He just said it's how you present yourself at that given time, which makes smoking marijuana behind the wheel illegal or not. So basically he's saying it's up to the police officer, allegedly, is what it sounds like.
Corner, I just needed some validity. So I'm just trying, to make you understand, that you were pulled over and you were semi-impaired from smoking marijuana. Yes. The officer's judgment. Okay. You're driving safely if you're still being able to drive in a safe, manner. Okay. Of course. Yourself or anybody else in danger. Of course. Or driving the vehicle. Okay, but it's not actually... it's pretty, up in the open. Okay, it's left open. Yeah. Can I run one more scenario by you to see if you think I'm crazy or not? I don't think you're crazy. I don't but you know how Congress would happen, just by my experience of, Sure. But do you know how to stop anybody? Well, I have. And, they were arrested, but they were very impaired. Okay, gotcha. My other question for you, sir, is, as a nurse, as a retired veteran, as a retired realtor, doctors are not accountable for their prescriptions. All these sports stars are getting massive amounts of drugs, allegedly steroids, and they get paid billions of dollars. They're cutting teachers, police, and firemen. Why not do an undercover thing? I've called the FBI and recorded them begging them to help with Bank of America. If they don't want to disclose it to the public, keep the news out of it. Take 40% of their income, since they're getting 40% benefit from the steroids, and put them back into the teachers, the police department, and the fire department. The government's broke, the banks are shredding trust deeds from your house, and they're telling us to live within our means. I've got them all on tape lying, and no one will hear me, sir. That's where my frustration's coming from. But you have my YouTube address, and I'll stop. I'll let you get back to your day. Thank you. Thank you. Cool. Thank you, sir. Okay, what is it? Patrick, 1678, no spaces. 1678. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Thank you. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, that was the Narcotics Division of the San Diego Police Department. I do have my card, and he said as of now there are no laws. So, again, as I can point out, they're doing things backwards. Imagine that, allegedly. God bless, and the truth will set you free.